Today we will be testing a smart money concepts indicator. Who am I? I am DP Roberts, and for years I've been testing hundreds of strategies and indicators, and I'm testing more every single day. I've compiled all that information into spreadsheets and used it to create a profitable trading strategy with a custom indicator. And we have an amazing community over on Discord where we help you become a profitable trader. If you are interested in getting access to the spreadsheets of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested, as well as a free trial to our custom indicator, you can just sign up for our Patreon down below. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing a smart money concepts indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 553 different strategies. The best one so far was able to achieve a 100% win rate. That was achieved using the Academy of Forex indicator to trade the crypto scalping strategy that I'll mention in this video on a live trading account. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing a smart money concepts indicator. And so the source video says this trading indicator signals perfect IFVG setups. And so the source video, obviously, nothing wild, no wild claims made in the title, and obviously nothing about secret indicators or 100% win rates, just straight to the point, and they are accurate in that point. This indicator does show, I guess you could debate whether or not they're perfect, but it does show IFVG setups. And so we won't go too much into what IFVGs are, but basically it stands for an inversed fair value gap. If you're interested in this concept, then I suggest you look into fair value gaps first. A lot of smart money kind of teachers or YouTube channels will give you a lot of really good information about fair value gaps and exactly what they are and how they're formed. In this particular case, we're looking for inverse fair value gaps. And so that's basically when a fair value gap is formed, and you can think of a fair value gap in the loosest sense as a zone, an area kind of like support and resistance, where it creates this kind of block. And when price inverses that block, so for example, there are bearish fair value gaps and bullish fair value gaps. And so if a bearish fair value gap is formed and then it is swept and price goes to the other side of it, what you want traditionally is for price to respect to the downside of that fair value gap. So a lot like support and resistance, once it forms that zone, if it's a bearish fair value gap and price kind of pulls back into that gap, and then you want it to see a respect of that gap and push to the downside. But if price pushes through it and then comes back to it, that is, or if price pushes through it at all, that is a inverse fair value gap. So now that you have an idea of what a fair value gap is, the indicator that we are testing today is going to be the inversion fair value gaps indicator, this one right here. Go ahead and click on that and add it to the screen. Everything stays on the default settings, so nothing needs to be modified within the settings at all. And so what we are looking for is very simple. We are looking for a green dot like this or a red dot. Now in the source video, they did go on to explain that you shouldn't necessarily use this indicator all by itself, that you should use it, say, in combination with a trend analysis to identify, say, a particular trend direction, and then trade the fair value gaps that align with that trend direction. But as I normally do, I wanted to see what it is able to achieve on its own, kind of like a foundational indicator. If it does really good on its own, then it's fair to say that if you add on a few other reasonable indicators, then it could increase the win rate even more than what it's able to do on its own. And you could have a really good system set up relatively quickly. And so, contrary to the source of video's kind of warning, I tested it every single fair value gap inversion and signal. And so basically this indicator identifies a fair value gap. It identifies an inversion and then looks for price to pull back into that inverted fair value gap and immediately leave that fair value gap. And when it does, it'll give you a green arrow or a red arrow. Green arrow is going to be for a long trade, and a red arrow is going to be for a short trade. And so for a long trade example, you can see we get a green arrow like this here. That's all we need to then enter into a trade. And so we'll put our trade here. We're going to put our stop just right below kind of the pivot area that's formed here and target a 1 to 1.5 risk reward like so. Now in the source video, I believe they were doing a 1 to 3, but again, I'm a rule breaker, kind of do things the way I want to see how things play out. So let's go ahead and play this one forward and see how it plays out. And you can see that we get this really nice push to the upside, getting us to our take profit. And for a short trade setup, you guessed it, we are looking for just a red arrow like this here. Once we pick up that red arrow, that's going to be our signal to enter into a short. Put a trade right here. We're going to put our stop just right above this pivot area formed right here and target the same 1 to 1.5 risk reward. I'll put you right about there. Let's go ahead and play this one forward and see how it plays out. And in this particular case, you can see we just kind of run into consolidation for a little while before we make this really strong push to the downside, getting us to our take profit once again. Alright, so that puts us at the end of the testing right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, if you are interested in a profitable trading strategy, I highly recommend that you check out the best strategy that we have tested so far. It's been able to achieve in the high 80% win rate, and coupled with the position management strategy that I'm teaching all the patrons, skyrockets the win rate to the high 90%, consistently around 99% over hundreds of trades. You can click the link up in the corner now. It'll take you to that video on the strategy. I'll also put a thumbnail of that video up on screen now, and I will link to that same video at the end of this video. Alright, let's go ahead and go over the numbers on this indicator. So we did the 50 trade test, and out of those 50 trades, we got 26 winning trades and 24 losing trades. It's going to put it at a 52% win rate. So with the 1 to 1.5 risk reward, if you're looking to gain $600 per winning trade, your total gain would have been $15,600. On the losing side, you would have been risking $400 per losing trade. That would have put your total loss at $9,600. It would have put your total profit and loss at a gain of $6,000. And so for a single standalone indicator, that's a really reasonable win rate and a really reasonable gain. Again, with a few other indicators that are pretty solid in maybe trend direction or something along those lines, coupled with this indicator, you could have a really, really strong system on your hands. And so I definitely highly recommend that you check this indicator out. Now, during the same period of time, we did right at 44 trades with the Academy of Forex indicator. We had a 79% win rate and a total gain right at $21,000. So definitely better results. You can get a free trial access to the Academy of Forex Indicator when you sign up for a Patreon down below, and $15 a month maintains access to the indicator after the trial plus your Patreon status. We will also teach you a position management strategy that will skyrocket the win rate of the Academy of Forex Indicator to the high 90%, and show you how to get access to a crypto broker that will give you over 100 times leverage on the account with no ID requirements, almost wherever you are in the world, all but guaranteeing that you will be successfully trading with our systems within an hour. We've also developed an additional crypto scalping strategy, and coupled with our position management strategy we teach all the patrons, was able to achieve over 200 winning trades in a row in back testing and dozens of winning trades in a row in live testing. To view that video, click the link up in the corner now. It'll look like a little circle with an eye in it. Click on that eye, it'll take you down to 2 thumbnails, and click the thumbnail that you see on screen now. Alright, that's it for this video here. We're going to go ahead and put this one on the yes list, and we'll move on to the next video from here.